Yes, Assalamualaikum and very good day to you. Today we are going to look at the second part of our lesson for the week, and then we are going to look at the structure of an essay. Previously, we have looked at the structure of a paragraph. Today we are going to look at the structure of an essay. Okay, before we proceed, I would like to inform you that there are four types of essays that we usually do at this stage. Yeah, the first one is narrative, descriptive, expository, as well as persuasive. But at the university level, the first and second, I think they are too easy for you. And then we are going to focus on the third and the fourth one. Okay, expository as well as persuasive essay. As for persuasive essay, like the name suggests, it is a task for you to persuade people or persuade your readers in order to agree with you, to agree with your stand, or even you are selling something, a product to the readers. But most probably you're going to give you're going to tell the reader a stance about regarding an issue, and then you have to persuade them to agree with you or even think about the issue, think more about the issue. All right. Okay. Now, expository essay. What does it mean by expository essay? Uh, Expository essay has another name, and the name is topical essay. Right. Like it states, like what is stated over there. Expository essay are the essays that those are explaining something about something. And then there are many types of expository essays, and these are the subcategories of expository essay. The first one is problem solution. Second one is cause and effect. Compare and contrast, and then there are more. But yeah, you try to look up the other examples of expository essays by yourself. Okay, next slide. Okay, there are three components of an essay. So they are the main structure, the main components of an essay. It is divided into three parts. The first one is the introduction paragraph, and the second part is the body paragraphs, and the third part is the conclusion or concluding paragraph. In the introduction, usually we only have like one paragraph, and for the body paragraph, we usually have two or three body paragraphs. And then we have another paragraph in order to conclude our essay. All right. Okay. Looking further into the introductory paragraph, we have one and two. Two things that we have to include in the introductory paragraph. And for your body paragraph, for each body paragraph, we have to include another two things or three things in the body paragraph. The first one is topic sentence. We had the second one is supporting details, and the last one is your concluding sentence. And then in the conclusion, yeah, as usual, you try to conclude everything back, and then you are going to restate the content, the main points that you have here, and you also might want to include some hope, or you want to include some ways in order to solve the problem that you have here in the body paragraph. Yeah. And in the introduction, we have two main things, important things. That is, the first one, attention grabber. The second one is the thesis statement. So what does it mean by a thesis statement? Okay, thesis statement is a sentence that summarizes the main ideas that you have for the essay or for the paper. It's actually presenting the roadmap of your paper or the essay. And then for the expository essay, if you were to write an expository essay, the thesis statement makes a claim that others might dispute. This is for this is for argumentative essay or persuasion essay. Okay, let's look at further. What does it mean by that? So this is one example of a thesis statement. Factors related to student success include effective time management, motivation, and family support. So for your thesis statement, it actually has two things that you have to include, or two components. The first one, you have to include the topic. The topic is student success, or factors related to student success. And then we have the key aspect, or the controlling ideas. These are the controlling idea. The first one is effective time management. The first factor is effective time management. The second one is motivation. And the third one is family support. So based on this thing, this is your thesis statement, and thesis statement should be included in your introductory paragraph. Okay, we know later on, whenever a reader reads this, she or he will know that the first main idea that you are going to talk about is how effective time management is one of the factors related to student success. And the second one is motivation. How motivation is going to influence student success. And the last one, the third main idea, how family support is going to determine the success of this student, particular student. And if you were to write only like four paragraphs of essay, meaning that you don't have the third one. Factors related to student success include effective time management and motivation. That is all. So if you think that you want to write a 5 paragraphs of essay, include three main ideas or three body paragraphs. If three controlling ideas. If you want to write only four paragraphs of essay, you just have to include two controlling ideas. Factors related to student success include effective time management and motivation. Full stop. Okay. This is an example of a thesis statement for an argumentative essay. Just now, this is for expository essay because expository essays talk about factors, cause, effects, problems, solutions. Okay, compare and contrast. However, when we have an expository essay, we also have positions and you give out the reasons. For example, the topic here is technology. Technology has decreased our level of connectedness to others because it allows us to disconnect from the people in our physical environment, and it does not foster the social skills needed in order to help us to connect to those around us. Meaning that we only have two reasons over here. We only have two body paragraph. The first one is this: it allows us to disconnect from people in our physical environment. The second one, it does not foster the social skill needed in order to help us to connect to those around us. So for this essay, you only have the introduction, the first idea, the second idea, main idea or controlling idea, and immediately after that, you have to come out with a conclusion, a concluding paragraph. Okay, now we have this introductory paragraph and we are going to identify which one is the thesis statement. Okay, let's read together. Most people spend around 15 years in their life in education, from primary school to university study. In the past, students only had the opportunity to study on their own in their own country. Nowadays, however, it is increasingly easy to study overseas, especially at tertiary level. Tertiary education, also called post-secondary education, is the period of study spent at university. as the final aspect of schooling before a person begins their working life. It is arguably the most important stage of their education. While there are some undoubted benefits of this trend, such as the language environment and improved employment prospects, there is also a significant disadvantage, namely the high cost. So, for this one, let's us try to identify which one is the thesis statement. The thesis statement is the, the last sentence of the paragraph. The sentence in pink, they are actually the thesis statement. So we could know that in the first paragraph, they are going to talk about the language, the benefits first. One of the benefits was language environment. Second paragraph, they are going to talk about the second benefit, improve employment prospects. However, in the third body paragraph, they are going to talk about the drawbacks. A drawback of studying overseas. Okay, that is the high cost. It is also possible for you if you were to talk about, if they ask you to write an expository essay and they gave out a general topic, they did not specifically mention. You have to talk about the benefits, or you have to talk about the disadvantages, or you have to talk about the factors. No, they did not mention that. It is possible for you to mix the two. Yeah, for example, over here, you want this writer, she or he, this person, he talks about the benefits of studying abroad, as well as the drawback of studying abroad. It is also possible to do that. We have gone through this in the last class. So paragraph structure, we have the topic sentence. You have to include supporting ideas, a couple of sentences to support your main idea, and a concluding sentence. Okay, now this is an example of outline for your essay. We have the introduction paragraph over here, and we also include a thesis statement in the introductory paragraph. Usually, the thesis statement is the last sentence of your introductory paragraph. And then we have the first body content, second body content, and the third body content. Fourth one is the first, second, third, and then the last paragraph is the conclusion. If you look if you look carefully, you could see that this is the topic sentence for the first body paragraph. The second body sentence of the second body paragraph, and this is the third sentence of the third body paragraph. So this is the topic sentence for the third body paragraph. Okay, over here you could see that there is a thesis statement. Okay, let's look at the introductory paragraph. A job interview can often make or break your chances of getting your dream job. There are several things that you can do in an interview to increase the possibility of your success, such as dressing properly, answering interview questions thoroughly, and asking good questions at the end of the interview. So we immediately know that the thesis statement is here because it actually tells us about what are the body contents, what are the controlling idea that we are going to find later on in this essay. The first one, we talk about dressing properly. Second one is answering interview questions. And third one is asking good questions. Immediately know dressing. Number two is answer thoroughly, answer questions. And then number three is you have to ask good questions. Okay, do you understand? Okay, if you do not understand, later on that you could ask me in the WhatsApp groups, or you could ask me whenever we see each other online again. All right. Okay, these slides after that one, they are all talking about topic sentence, but then we have covered everything. Okay, now I need you to do this. Okay, so there is some exercise for you. Develop a rough outline consisting of 3 main ideas for each of the following research questions. Then construct a thesis statement based on each outline. For example, the first one, you have to think of the advantages of using the internet. So what are the advantages of using the internet? Your first idea is something, your second idea is something, your third idea is something. And combine them together, it is your thesis statement. For example, these are the advantages of using the internet. Your first body paragraph is going to talk about the internet has brought us a lot of advantages in communication. So your first body paragraph talks about the advantages of internet in communication. The second one, the internet has brought us a lot of advantages in the way we obtain information. So that is the main idea, the controlling idea for the second paragraph, second body paragraph. Third one, we are going to talk about how the internet has brought us a lot of advantages in the field of entertainment. So your thesis statement is going to be like this. Thus, the internet has brought us a lot of advantages in many ways, such as in communication, in the way we obtain our information, and in the field of entertainment. That is the example. Now, you could please do this, everyone, in a group of 2 people. You need to complete this exercise. This is the first one, the types of musics that appeal to teenagers. Second one, the death penalty, why death penalty should be abolished, meaning that we talk about the reason. Yeah, please do this and then try to type in a good word file. Insert the names of the duets, meaning that, for example, Siti Nurhaliza as well as Muhammad Ali. Yeah, please include the names of the owners of the file, and then do the first one as well as the second one in this format. 1, 2, 3, like this one. 1, 2, 3, and then give us the thesis statement. Okay, concluding sentence. We have talked about this. Concluding sentence. Okay, you can just okay, let's briefly go through the concluding sentence. Okay, as for your concluding sentence, a conclusion sentence reminds us of the topic sentence. Basically, it's the restatement of your topic sentence. But then you have to write it in different words. Make sure that your concluding sentence or your conclusion sentence does not give any new details. Okay, now let's us determine whether this is a good concluding sentence or not. Anna is an excellent student. She is intelligent. She is responsible. Anna always does her homework and she is never late for class. As a result, Anna is one of the best students in the school. Right? So, uh, this is the first one, right? The first example. Now we are going to rephrase the wording, and this is another example of a good concluding sentence. Anna is an excellent student. She is intelligent. She is responsible. Anna always does her homework and she is never late for class. Anna is a top student. Anna is a Anna is a top student. because she works hard in school. Yeah, this is another example, good example of a concluding sentence. But then, if you were to have this, yeah, if we were to have this concluding sentence, it is not a very good one because it does not relate to the earlier one, the earlier sentences. Yeah. Anna is an excellent student. She is intelligent. She is responsible. She always does her homework and she is never late for class. Anna is a good friend to many people at our school. This is a bad concluding sentence because it does not relate to the contents before it. Yeah. Okay, now try to decide which one is the best one for this one. Which one is the best concluding sentence? Walking is the best exercise. First, walking is free, so people do not need to buy a gym membership to do it. Secondly, people can walk whenever they live. Third, study shows that walking outside not only burns calorie but also helps a person feel happy and pessimistic. So, in conclusion, come up with a concluding sentence. The answer is A. For these reasons, walking is an excellent form of exercise. So try to do this, the second one. Families should take a vacation at least once a year. On vacation, families can spend time together without distractions from work and school. Also, during a trip, families can explore new places and activities together, which is fun. During their time away, families can relax together without the stresses from daily lives. What is the best concluding sentence or conclusion sentence? Okay, the answer is A. In summary, families need vacation together to rest, do new activities, and enjoy each other's company. Okay. Number two, in conclusion, families need vacation to see new places. This one is just like it repeats the content of the supporting details. So it is not true. Option number three, finally, vacations are good for single people too. This is an example of new idea. We shouldn't introduce any new idea in the concluding sentence. So this option number three is wrong. Try to do this one. It is important to study history. History repeats itself, so learning about the past can help us to make better decisions in the present. Also, knowing about important historical leaders, wars, and events can help us to understand cultures, people, and politics in today's world. Finally, learning about unusual people, places, and events in history is fascinating. Right? So, what is the concluding sentence? The answer is C. In conclusion, there are many reasons people should learn history. Okay, now that is the end of the lesson. Please ask me in the WhatsApp group if you have any inquiries, if you do not understand the function of a thesis statement, yeah, as well as the topic sentence. Basically, your thesis statement introduces the ideas or the controlling ideas that you have in the essay. So you have to state the first one, what is the first idea, second idea for second body paragraph, third idea for third body paragraph. So combine them together in sentence, it is your thesis statement. Okay, please be informed that there are some activities coming after this, and pay attention to that, and then pay attention to the deadline as well. Thank you very much.